Hey everybody, welcome back to my Maverick channel. Now, this is a channel where we try to tie the strings together to try and find out where the trend in the cryptocurrency space is going, or what the trend is manifesting to be, because catching the trend is quite important in this space. So today I want to briefly put a few things across. One thing that I want to talk about is Fetch.ai and one of its partnerships and what they're doing with them. And the other thing is, I want to talk about one of the companies that's actually been building on the Fetch.ai network, as well as leveraging the Ocean Protocol data marketplace. And I want to talk about an interesting partnership with the Polygon network, which ties in perfectly with the document that I covered yesterday about layer 1 technologies, which also covered layer 2 technologies and their varying scaling solutions. So guys, let's jump right into it. So this is Fetch.ai. Obviously, I almost give it an introduction in every video that I do. I'm very bullish on this particular cryptography company, or it's a Cambridge-based artificial intelligence lab, and I'm very bullish on it. Bullish is a word used in the cryptocurrency space for essentially a positive trend about something, a positive mindset about something. So I'm bullish about this company because, first of all, of their unique value proposition, of their competitive advantage, of course, the team and how iterative they are, the fact that they don't mind, their premise is to actually be interoperable with multiple different chains, and they try to incorporate their technology in multiple other chains, not to mention the fact that their consensus algorithm that they used for building their core chain, which is the Fetch.ai main chain, the consensus algorithm they used is a 10-Demit Byzantine fault tolerance algorithm that enables, or that necessitates, that allows the use of the inter-blockchain communication protocol, which extends those interoperability standards onto the Fetch.ai network. So, and the Tendermint was built on the Cosmos side, so by the Cosmos network, by the Cosmos team. So what I want to review today is actually about Bosch Global, because we know Fetch.ai builds autonomous economic agents on a multi-agent based system, and they want to have use cases ranging from supply chains to decentralized finance to even centralized finance companies that may want to utilize these digital assistants known as autonomous economic agents that are blockchain agnostic, that are programming language agnostic as well, very dynamic, and they reside within an environment where they understand the decisions they make and the interactions they carry out with other agents in order to make the most accurate decisions based on their owners, and while maintaining data privacy and so on and so forth. There's many use cases that this agent system or this agent-based technology can bring to the world of technology, Internet of Things, and economy of things. So there's a couple of interesting articles that I want to review today, but this is the only one that I'm going to read in its entirety because I think the technical jargon is better left to you to listen to and to analyze on your own to have a better understanding. So Bosch machine learning trials go live on Fetch.ai. Fetch.ai is partnered with Bosch Global, Festo. Those are all European companies, Ocean Protocol, IOTA, and so many other companies. Okay, let's jump right into the article. So Fetch.ai, a Cambridge-based artificial intelligence lab building an open source, open access decentralized machine learning network for smart infrastructure, says the team of the Economy of Things Strategic Advanced Engineering Project at Bosch Research will be initiating machine learning trials on the Fetch.ai collective learning network. That's interesting, guys. The system will attempt to predict potential failures in Bosch's machinery while maintaining data privacy. The main focus of Bosch's research is the research and implementation of innovative new technologies. Bosch Research originally entered into a collaboration with Fetch.ai in 2019 and deployed a node on the Fetch test network in early 2021. The launch of a collective learning proof of concept for Bosch's manufacturing operations is an extension of that partnership that will evaluate the feasibility and effectiveness of collective learning as it applies to predictive maintenance. Now, collective learning is a technology being built by Fetch.ai, which leverages artificial intelligence and machine learning training data models in order to allow different entities to anonymously share data trained models without sharing the underlying private data that is owned by the entities that have provided that data. Predictive maintenance is a process that identifies potential failures of machinery before they happen. This has become an important challenge for manufacturers as maintenance costs are a significant downtime in an assembly line caused by a single machine failing. Breakdowns in the maintenance process are extremely costly to the manufacturer and increase overhead costs and lead time, adding unnecessary delays in the entire supply chain. So Jonathan Ward, who's the CTO of Fetch.ai, says using machine learning to identify equipment failures is a difficult problem to solve as these events occur very infrequently. The collective learning system enables the different manufacturers that use Bosch's equipment to share information with each other without sharing the raw data, thereby greatly improving their ability to detect failures and thus improving the efficiency of the operations. Bosch will be using Fetch.ai's collective learning testnet to alleviate equipment failures by helping multiple stakeholders train a machine learning model and allowing each party to vote on whether a proposed model by one of the network participants has improved performance on their local dataset. The goal of this testnet is to help Bosch understand and adopt machine learning algorithms relevant to manufacturing using a publicly available dataset. The decentralized nature of using collective learning techniques based on DLT, distributed ledger technology, to jointly gain insights from data without compromising on data security and privacy is a first of its kind implementation. This use case fits the strategic direction of Bosch on becoming a leading AIoT company, in short, making connected things smarter for the benefit of people. Dr. Alexander Podi, leading researcher for digital social economy, cryptology, and artificial intelligence in the Economy of Things project, says secure and trustworthy computation across several participants while keeping the raw data and possibly even the learned model private is key to unlock the true value of distributed data. So in our view, collective learning is a key enabler to leading digital social economy to efficiency. So if those that have looked at artificial intelligence, training a data model, the whole process, getting a data batch, training that data batch through different, for example, you have an input data, you have output data, so you have different training sets, and within there you need to use learned weights to calculate the most accurate output that you're going to get from this particular data set. So that is what collective learning is set out to do. Now, the next thing we want to look at, I'm not going to cover this whole article. I'm just going to read the last part, which is quite interesting. So we know Mobix, we know Datarella, the company behind Mobix. Their main premise is building micromobility infrastructure. So I can just read for you this first part here. Micromobility is a highly dynamic affair in urban areas. Hundreds of thousands of residents ride their scooters, e-bikes, cargo bikes. So he talks about these electric vehicles that are constantly used by people from moving from one place to another, especially within a small geographical location or a small town or something like that. So the importance of actually incentivizing this type of transport nature, or incentivizing where people park, that's what this company is set out to do. So I'll read for you this last part, which is quite interesting. Privacy preserving Mobix marketing on a decentralized marketplace, because they're creating a marketplace where they allow, it's like an Uber of sorts, but decentralized and specifically for micro mobility infrastructure like scooters, bicycles and so on. So the full privacy preserving Mobix marketing platform is based on self-sovereign identity. This is the part that I wanted you guys to take note of, which is also known as the SSI technology that has been developed by Mobix partner Datarella. Their identity product suite, Smart ID, features identity solutions with a specific focus on the privacy and security requirements within the mobility industry, and an SSI wallet, so self-sovereign identity wallet, or SDKR, also used in a broader context in the actual mobility for future Gaia X projects. So Gaia X is this project within Europe that has partnered with Ocean Protocol, because we know Ocean Protocol has a data marketplace. I have a video that I've done about comparisons between Ocean Protocol, SingularityNet, and Fetch.ai. So that's a very good video to find out more information about those projects. So the article goes on to talk about how Mobix has partnered with Ocean Protocol. We know Fetch.ai has also partnered with Ocean Protocol, and also with this organization, this consortium of organizations, which is the Gaia X, which is based in Europe. They can easily partner, they can easily coordinate these efforts of sharing data and making sure this marketplace, this data marketplace, micromobility, ecosystem is built out properly while leveraging machine learning data. Now, the last part that I want to talk about, those of you that remember this article that I covered yesterday, which selected about 7 layer 1 scaling, blockchains out there. They talked about their smart contracts, and then it goes deep into Ethereum. So there was this part that was, there was this part where they were talking about the layer 2 scaling solutions that have been tried in the past and that are still being tried, at least trying to scale the Ethereum network. So there was Plasma, there was optimistic rollups, and then you find different companies leveraging the different technology. For example, under ZK rollups, you see Aztec, Hermez, Stockware, ZK Sync. Those are some companies, blockchain organizations that are trying to leverage ZK rollups as a layer 2 scaling solution. Now, what is interesting is that Polygon network, which utilizes Plasma, has actually acquired Hermez, which utilizes ZK rollups. So Polygon, in a $250 million deal that includes the first ever token merger. So we can see Polygon network. I always talk about Polygon network as the first mover as far as building a scaling solution for the Ethereum network is concerned. At least the first project that got that major real attention from not only the Ethereum network, attention and love, not only from the Ethereum network, but also from the outer communities, from the communities beyond or outside of the Ethereum network. So it makes this merger very interesting because it's the first of its kind where the tokens are completely being merged into the other project as well. So you can see a quick summary here. Ethereum scaling project Polygon has acquired Hermez network for $250 million. The two projects are also merging their native tokens. This is the first ever fully blown merger of blockchain networks, Polygon co-founder Mihailo Jelic told the blog. So I'm not going to read the whole article, guys, but you can check it out. I'm going to put the link in the description. It's very, very interesting to see the strides that the Polygon network is making, and this type of merger exposing themselves to a wider array of the technologies that are intended for scaling or that are proposed for scaling Ethereum, and whether using off-chain data or somehow making the whole process of moving the off-chain data to on-chain much faster. So that exposure of the Polygon network to these various solutions and the type of money they're injecting. Actually, when you read deeper into the article, you realize somewhere that Polygon network also allocated about $1 billion. It's actually right here. Polygon investing in scaling solutions. Polygon has further committed $1 billion from its treasury to ZK-based solutions. We consider ZK cryptography the single most important strategic resource for blockchain scaling and infrastructure development, and we have a clear goal for becoming the leading force in contributor in this field in years to come, said Jelic. So guys, I'm going to link these articles in here, but that is the summary of what these articles are talking about. We're seeing some pretty interesting trends in the cryptocurrency space, and we're starting to develop that insight of where things are going, unless of course something substantially changes, like somehow Ethereum magically, transitioning to ETH 2.0 very soon. But from what we know, that's not going to come anytime soon. So even regardless, these scaling solutions still might have a very huge impact and a very huge advantage that they can bring onto the Ethereum network, at least in its current state or even the future of it. So guys, that's all I wanted to bring to you guys today. I hope you learned something. It's a coverage of Fetch.ai. It's what they're doing with Bosch Global. It's partnership in terms of manufacturing, and also in the past we've talked about their partnership with Festo, and now they're building some interesting graphical user interfaces of how to interact with the Fetch blockchain and how to actually leverage and utilize the autonomous economic agents. And we've talked about also Mobix, which is focused on building a micromobility marketplace and infrastructure while maintaining that self-sovereign identity within its marketplace and for its users, where the users are a complete custody of their funds, complete custody and control of their use case throughout the whole marketplace and on the platform, because it's decentralized. And then lastly, we talked about Polygon Matic, or formerly known as Polygon Matic. Now it's going to be known as Polygon Hermez, or I hope that's how Hermez is pronounced, or Hermez. So Polygon Hermez, after its merger with this company that leverages ZK rollups as its proposal to scaling the Ethereum network. So very, very interesting stuff that's happening in the crypto space. I hope you guys learned something, and I hope to catch you on the next one, guys. Have a nice day. Bye bye.